Today, September 11, 2025, I am nearer to you than your next breath. I have watched you carry battles in silence and swallow words you didn't know how to pray. I have measured the tears you hid and the hours you thought were wasted. I have counted the doors that closed on you and the shadows that clung to your name. I am stepping into your timeline and rearranging the pieces that refuse to fit, because your destiny cannot wait any longer. I am telling you plainly so you do not mistake my voice. You have one day left to release what has been delaying you. One day to open your hands and let me exchange what is small for what is holy, what is broken for what is ready, what is familiar for what is true. Heaven's calendar has reached its turning page. The day marked for your rising is at the threshold. Do not stand outside your own miracle because you were afraid of its brightness. Every second you delay is pushing your blessing away. Not because I am cruel, not because I am impatient, but because the next door is calibrated to your yes. The lock recognizes surrender. The hinge responds to obedience. The corridor lights up when your feet move. Waiting in fear is not the same as waiting on me. When I said, "Be still," I never meant, "Be stuck." Today I am breathing movement into your stillness and boldness into your bones. I am putting courage where anxiety has lived. I am putting clarity where confusion kept tangling your thoughts. You have asked me why it took this long. You have asked me where I was while the storm kept returning like an unwelcome guest. Hear me, I was in the storm teaching the wind to recognize your name. I was in the delay marinating your character for what would crush you if it came too soon. I was in the silence letting hollow compliments fall away so true voices could be heard when it matters. I was in every no that protected you from a ruin dressed as an opportunity. I was in every waiting room writing your next chapter while you learned to trust the pen in my hand. I am commanding the rubble to become a runway. I am speaking to the same ground that tripped you and I am telling it to carry you. I am visiting old rooms where you apologized for existing and I am breaking the mirrors that taught you to edit yourself. I am returning what was stolen and dissolving what was never yours. I am calling your soul out of all the borrowed costumes it wore to be acceptable. I am summoning your voice out of the corners where it hid so that it can stand where it was born to stand, centered, steady, and sure. Do not bargain with the things I am removing. Do not negotiate with the cages that learn to call themselves home. Do not romanticize the desert because you became good at finding water there. There is a river waiting, and it will feel like too much because you trained your thirst to survive on drops. You will be tempted to ration abundance because scarcity taught you mathematics with a trembling hand. Let me reteach you generosity. Let me reteach you rest. Let me reteach you the vocabulary of joy so it does not feel like a foreign language in your mouth. Before this day ends, set your house in order, not in panic but in purpose. Delete the conversations that keep resurrecting shame. Gather the papers you have avoided and lay them on the table. you will not face them alone. Answer the message that aligns with your calling and release the message that only feeds your fear. Write the sentence you were scared to write. Make the call that plants the seed for your next field. Put your oil and your bread on the counter, for you will feed more people than you imagined and still have baskets left. Light a small candle and tell your soul, we are finished apologizing for being chosen. I am dealing gently with your heart and decisively with your enemies. Some of your enemies wear the mask of habit. Some of your enemies speak with your voice when you accept less than you are. Some of your enemies look like opportunities that bend you away from your assignment by a degree so small you can't feel it, until a year passes and you wonder how you drifted. I am sharpening your discernment. You will hear the counterfeit in the first sentence. Your spirit will know the difference between a door and a distraction. Your name is being mentioned in rooms where your feet have not yet stepped. Your story is being reframed by those who misread you, not because they changed their minds but because I am changing the narrative. I am turning the pages publicly of a book I wrote in private. The meetings you feared will become meetings you lead. The reports that worried you will become reports that celebrate you. Those who counted you out will count on you. Those who thought you small will need your vision to see. Do not despise the path that formed you, bless it and move on. Do not curse the days that hurt you, extract the lesson and close the chapter. You are not obligated to keep bleeding to prove you loved deeply. You are not required to keep carrying a weight I did not assign. You are not married to a memory that ended. You are engaged to a future that is alive. I am releasing you from vows you made to survive. I am sealing your heart with mine so you can make new vows that fit who you are becoming. I am sending you help that looks like you, steady, sincere, without hidden hooks. I am sending you help that does not compete, that does not keep score, that does not shrink you to feel tall. I am sending you help in the form of a mentor whose wisdom smells like years with me. I am sending you help in the form of a friend whose honesty will keep you from foolishness. I am sending you help in the form of favor that enters like light through a window you forgot existed. You will not do this alone, and you will not have to perform to be kept. Your hands were made for more than clinging, they were made for carrying. Your mouth was made for more than defending, it was made for declaring. Your feet were made for more than pacing, they were made for possessing. Take the land I am showing you. Map it with prayer. Mark it with thanksgiving. Manage it with humility. Multiply it with wisdom. And when it grows, do not grow proud, grow generous. When it stretches, do not stretch thin, stretch deep. When it accelerates, do not lose your pace, let grace govern your rhythm. Sickness that tried to make a home in your body is losing its language. Fear that tried to set alarms in your mind is losing its battery. Nightmares that tried to anchor themselves to your sleep are losing their permission. I am rewiring you to rest without the guilt that rest once triggered. I am teaching your nervous system the quiet that comes when heaven takes the wheel. Lie down tonight knowing the ground will not disappear beneath you. Wake tomorrow knowing you are not late, you are right on time because I kept your times in my hand. There is a name you must forgive so your own name can breathe. There is a room you must leave so your next room can fit. There is a number you must block so your future can ring. There is a door you must close so your new door can open fully. You are not being cruel, you are being called. You are not abandoning anyone, you are answering me. Your empathy will not save what only truth can save. Your silence will not secure what only courage can secure. Choose the truth that loves you enough to correct your steps. You have one day left to choose alignment over attachment. One day to choose obedience over optics. One day to choose purpose over popularity. One day to bring your whole self to the yes you gave me in pieces. This is not a threat, it is a window. The window is open now, and I am holding it with my own hands. It will not close because I grow weary, it will close because seasons turn, and I love you too much to let your destiny be watered down by your delay. From this day, September 11th, 2025, everything in your life will begin to change. It will not always look like fireworks, sometimes it will look like decluttering a drawer and suddenly breathing easier. Sometimes it will look like a small email that pivots a whole year. Sometimes it will look like the strength to say no without writing an essay to justify it. Sometimes it will look like joy for no visible reason because the invisible reason is me. Do not measure your miracle by drama, measure it by alignment. Do not grade your progress by applause, grade it by peace. I am placing keys in your spirit today. A key for provision that opens rooms where your ideas are funded and your time is honored. A key for relationships that opens conversations where you are understood without translating your soul. A key for strategy that opens paths through obstacles that once felt like walls. A key for protection that locks out leeches and lifts you above traps you didn't see. And a master key, my presence, that makes every other key unnecessary if ever they slip from your hand. Stop rehearsing losses. Begin rehearsing promises. Speak what I am saying over what they are saying. Your authority increases when you echo me. Your atmosphere shifts when you agree with me. Your tomorrow rearranges when your mouth becomes a doorway for my word. Let your home hear you bless it. Let your mirror hear you bless it. Let your work hear you bless it. Let your bank account hear you bless it. Let your history hear you bless it so it stops strangling your future. What you feared is smaller than it sounded. What you need is nearer than it seems. What you carry is heavier than they know and holier than you realized. I am not asking you to pretend that it was easy, I am asking you to believe that it was necessary. I am not asking you to become someone else overnight, I am asking you to become yourself without apology. Your authenticity is anointed. Your kindness is not a weakness, it is a weapon that does not wound you when you wield it. Your boundaries are not selfish, they are stewardship in the language of love. You will feel the shift in layers. First in your breathing, then in your schedule, then in your circle, then in your outlook, then in doors you could not open before. Do not sabotage the sequence by running back to the predictable. Let boredom be a bridge, not a trap. Let quiet be a teacher, not a verdict. On days when nothing seems to happen, trust that everything is being aligned. On days when everything happens at once, trust that I am holding the reins. A letter you thought was lost will resurface with favor stitched into its margin. A conversation you dreaded will become an agreement that honors you. A delay that frustrated you will reveal the exact timing that spared you. A connection you underestimated will turn into a path. A seed you forgot you planted will break the soil in front of your eyes. A door that ignored you will look for you. A name that resisted you will request you. A place that overwhelmed you will welcome you. I am healing your relationship with time. You will stop calling yourself late and start calling yourself prepared. You will stop comparing your chapter to theirs and start curating the grace I gave you. You will stop living like a guest in your own life and start standing like an heir. The shame that made you hustle for worth is breaking. The cynicism that made you preempt disappointment is dissolving. The dread that stole the color from your mornings is lifting. Before this day concludes, write what you are carrying into tomorrow. Not a list of demands, but a list of agreements. Agree to release what poisons you, even if it tasted like comfort. Agree to water what is faithful, even if it grows slow. Agree to serve where I place you, even if the stage is small. Agree to rest when I ask you, even if the world keeps racing. Agree to speak when I nudge you, even if your voice shakes. Your agreements with me repair the bridges your fear once burned. If there are tears today, let them be the kind that rinse you for radiance. If there is trembling, let it be the kind that says, I am finally leaving the cage. If there is silence, let it be the kind that hums with holy electricity. You are not on the edge of disaster, you are on the edge of destiny. The cliff you feared is actually a runway. The wind that scared you is actually lift. The drop you imagined is actually flight. I did not bring you here to watch you fall, I brought you here to teach you how to soar without asking permission. From this day forward, you will call your life blessed and mean it. From this day forward, you will call your heart guarded and free at once. From this day forward, you will call your purpose obvious and your path illuminated. From this day forward, you will call your home peaceful and your work fruitful. From this day forward, you will call your mind a garden and your body a temple. From this day forward, you will call your future friendly and your past finished. Stand up. Wash your face. Breathe in the certainty that I am with you. Place your hand over your heart and agree with me now. I will not miss what is mine. I will not delay what heaven scheduled. I will not shrink from what I prayed for. I will not betray who I am becoming. I will not return to cages my Father has broken. Let your agreement be the sound that opens the morning. This is your hour to step through. This is your day to decide. By the close of tomorrow's sun, the first proofs will appear. Not because you performed perfectly, but because you believed accurately. Not because you became someone else, but because you let me be myself in you. Go where I point. Say what I give. Release what I remove. Receive what I pour. Rest when I whisper. Rise when I shout. I am the God who wastes nothing and restores everything. I am the God who numbers hairs and names galaxies. I am the God who walks through walls and sits at your kitchen table. I am the God of thunder and the God of lullabies. I am the God of suddenlies and the God of slow-blooming gardens. I am the God of today, September 11th, 2025, and the God of every day after it. I am the God who is not late, not distant, not undecided, not intimidated by the darkness. I am the God who says to you now, open this, open your heart, open the door, I am here. Do not delay. Every second you wait tries to push your blessing away, but every step you take pulls it into your hands. Walk with me into the light I prepared for you. The seal is breaking. The letter is in your name. The window is open. The road is clear. The future is friendly. The promise is alive. And you are ready. Today, September 11th, I speak to you with a voice you have felt in the quiet hours and the crowded rooms, in the ache beneath your ribs and the breath that would not steady. Your destiny cannot wait. You have only one day left to treat your purpose like a side task, one day left to keep postponing the decision you already know you must make. From this day, from September 11th, 2025, everything in your life begins to change, not by accident, not by the opinions of others, but by my word and by your yes. Every second you delay pushes your blessing away, and every second you lean toward me draws your future closer. Open now. This is for you. Do not skip what I am placing in your hands. I have watched you pass through nights that seemed without morning. I counted each tear, and none of them were wasted. The closed doors that mocked your effort were not punishment, they were protection. The silence you thought meant abandonment was a season of root work, where I grew unseen strength beneath the surface of your days. You asked me why certain people were allowed to walk away. I removed what would have diluted who you are. I am not late. I am exact. And now I am calling you into a pace where hesitation is no longer your habit and fear is no longer your language. Listen closely. You are not behind. You are precisely where turning begins. I am rearranging the furniture of your life, relationships, routines, resources, responsibilities, so that the blueprint in my heart aligns with the shape of your days. When you look in the mirror tomorrow morning, you will not be seeing the same person who doubted themselves today. You will be looking at someone who chose alignment over approval, obedience over delay, clarity over confusion. I am not suggesting a gentle drift, I am commanding a decisive step. The hour for negotiating with your purpose is over. The hour for practicing courage is here. You have prayed for doors to open. I am opening them, but doors require feet that move. Do not wait to feel brave. Bravery will catch up with you while you are walking. The first step in this change is simple and swift. Clear the space where you live. Remove what carries the weight of old seasons, objects that hold you to regret, habits that train you for smallness, distractions that nibble your hours. Clean a surface, tidy a corner, empty a drawer, and as you do, speak aloud, I make room for what God is sending. Let your hands preach to your heart that change is welcome here. The next step is to settle accounts within yourself. Forgive the name that still tightens your chest. Release the version of you that you keep punishing for not knowing better. I do not speak to you with contempt. I speak with the kindness that carves a path where none existed. Forgiveness is not agreement with harm, it is your release from its jurisdiction. Today, choose to live forward. Say it out loud in your own words. There is a freedom that rushes in when you speak what your soul already longs to believe. Then I want you to take one bold action that touches your calling in the concrete world. Apply, submit, send, record, publish, enroll, schedule, register, reach out, show up. Choose one verb and attach your name to it before the day is done. Your vision must be translated into movement. The seed does not argue with the soil, it surrenders to transformation. Do not wait for applause to begin. Start quietly if you must, but start undeniably. The blessing I have prepared is not theoretical. It is specific. It gravitates to motion. There is a conversation you have avoided because it feels heavy. Have it. Speak truth with gentleness but without apology. Boundaries are not walls against love, they are gates that honor it. Do not preserve proximity to what keeps you small. The fear of disappointing others has disguised itself as compassion. It is not compassion to let your life unravel to keep another person comfortable in their avoidance. I am not calling you to be harsh, I am calling you to be whole. I am not asking you to burn bridges, I am teaching you where the bridge ends. You worry about resources. I know. You have counted the coins and the hours and wondered how the math can hold. Hear me, provision follows purpose like a river seeks the sea. I will give you wisdom for money, time, and energy. I will show you where to reduce, where to invest, where to pause, and where to pour. But the plan will not appear while you are paralyzed, it unfolds as you move. Trust me enough to take the step that looks small and feels holy. I do not despise the small beginning. I bless it until it cannot stay small. There is a habit that steals your light after sunset. You know it. It numbs, scrolls, consumes, and leaves you emptier than when you began. Tonight, refuse it entry. Put it down as a sign that you belong to a different story. When the urge rises, stand and walk to the nearest sink and wash your hands as if rinsing off a season. Speak, I am cleansed of what dims me. Then sit and write your tomorrow on one page, 3 things only: what you will create, who you will serve, and how you will rest. Keep the page visible when the morning comes. Simple does not mean shallow. It means focused. You have asked me for a sign. Here is the sign: your peace returns when you say yes. Watch your chest ease when you agree with me. Notice the unexpected strength in your legs when you stand to do the very task you have dreaded. These are not accidents, they are confirmations. I will meet you in your movement. I will meet you at the desk, on the phone, at the threshold, on the street, wherever obedience carries you. My faithfulness is not a mist, it is a pillar. Lean on it. There are names that will reappear, some asking entry, some asking closure. When they come, measure them by the future I am building with you. If their presence honors your soul, welcome them with clear terms. If their presence confuses your path, bless them and release them. Love does not require you to re-enter patterns that break you. Loyalty to your calling is not betrayal, it is stewardship. I am not asking you to harden. I am asking you to be wise. You have dreamed of influence and impact. Influence is not how many faces know your name, it is how faithfully you carry the assignment I place in your hands. Impact is not the crowd it gathers, it is the transformation it causes. Do not chase numbers. Chase obedience. The numbers that matter will come as a byproduct of serving well, in excellence, in humility, in consistency. Prepare a corner of your life like a sanctuary, a chair, a notebook, a light, a time. Meet me there each day. Bring your questions. Bring your lists. Bring your heart. I will meet you. As you move into this day, remember that your voice is needed. The tone you carry, truth braided with tenderness, can break cycles without breaking people. Speak with clarity. Inside your clarity, compassion will have room to breathe. Be slow to defend and quick to define. Those who are meant to walk with you will recognize the sound of your yes and align themselves accordingly. Those who are not will drift without your force. Let them. I am placing a new steadiness within you, a spine that bows to me but does not bend to fear. You will feel it when the old anxieties try to rise. Your breath will deepen, your mind will clear, and the next right step will surface like a stone in a stream. This is not the absence of challenge, it is the presence of me. You will still face tasks that stretch you, you will still confront days that test you. But you will not face them as the person you were. You will meet them as the person I am forming, anchored, awake, and ready. Before this day closes, do this. Write a letter to your future self dated September 11, 2025. Tell them what you chose today, what you laid down, what you picked up, and what you are walking toward. Fold the letter and keep it somewhere sacred. This act is a seal. It marks your agreement with the change that has already begun. A year from now you will read it and smile at how quickly I moved once you said yes. And you will recognize that my movement did not wait for the perfect plan, it flowed through the willing heart. When fear argues that you are not ready, answer with this: readiness grows inside responsibility. Take responsibility for your gifts. Take responsibility for your boundaries. Take responsibility for your time. Take responsibility for the words you speak and the silence you keep. Responsibility is not a burden, it is a key. It opens rooms that talent alone cannot enter. Walk through them with humility, and I will trust you with more. There is a place where you have felt invisible. I am making you seen there, not because you shouted, but because you served with excellence even when no one was looking.